Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?
Good morning, Nigeria. It's another beautiful Thursday here, and you're tuned to a fresh episode of Raise Breakfast. Hashtag What Are You Saying? I'm your host for today. My name is Oluchi Omink, and of course, I always bring the full squad with me. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, can we give Shola a very big shout out for making me this pretty? It is by the grace of God that I'm here. Thank you very much for making me this pretty. I've not been feeling myself lately, and I said I'm gonna give you the accolades. So how are we doing this morning?
Fine,
proud?
going through a lot.
Love and light.
And peace.
And cash.
You wanna share? And cash. You wanna share what you're going through?
I don't know. Everything physical, mental, emotional.
I hope spiritual is not part of it.
No, Holy Ghost fire. I got forbidden. I am strong spiritually. Yes, every other
But
thing
don't worry,
except
you
spiritual.
know that thing Korean people always say, fighting, fighting. Yeah.
Yes, fighting.
You've not heard that
Fighting.
before.
Yeah,
Serious
those days when I
fight.
used to see Korean movies.
Not with petrol,
love it.
petrol and everything that's happening to
Do
me.
you
get-
economy?
So how about you guys, beauty? What's new?
I'm
Tell me
okay.
something new that's happening to your life right
Something
now.
new.
Give
The
us the
fact
gist,
that
the
I wake
tea.
up every morning with dressing morning sickness.
Praise God.
In 9 months' time, oh, the quaji.
Wake up. No, so the
Okay.
thing is, I think I've been sleeping with fan lately, and I haven't been covering myself properly.
Oh,
so yeah,
cold.
I'm not supposed to be with fan kind of thing. My body doesn't accept it, so that's.
You know, when I
why.
came in this morning, I was all cranky, and that's because my morning experiences lately have been so annoying. Having to like commute every day, deal with Lagos and Nigerian people, it is just a whole lot. I come here cranky, but hopefully and thankfully, when I see your awesome faces and Chinele's faces as well, I get better. So today we're talking about friendship. Let's do like this as Gossip Gala would always do.
Sorry,
This
guys.
shit, bestie.
I don't understand.
Hello, bestie.
It's really weird.
Hi, Bessie.
You
That's
are
Beauty.
shading me today.
Are you ready for today's conversation?
I'm ready. Come
Please, we have to
on.
do because if you know what's on the newspaper this morning,
Yeah.
we need something like a
Hey.
breather, really. So we'll take
We'll be
this short
alright.
break now. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please go to the official Upgrade TV, click the subscribe button, and always be part of our conversation. We'll take this short break when we return. We'll look to the headlines across the Nigerian newspapers. So stay with us. We'll be right back shortly. Welcome back to Waves Breakfast. Now, before we dive into our main discussion for today, let's catch up on the top headlines making waves around the world this Thursday morning. We've got the latest story from The Punch, The Guardian, and of course, The New York Times. Starting with The Punch, the major headline reads 1,030 naira per litre. NLC demands reversal as fuel queues resurface. Petrol nears 1,300 litre in state as NNPC hikes pump price again. APC opposition clash. Below that, Buhari didn't approve Emefiele's Naira redesign. CBN ex-deputy governor and 20-year-old goon fund seeker drowns in hotel pool. Edo PDP APC clash stalls poll material inspection. Above that, Rivers CP visits raised LG Secretariat as probe begins, and North Central PDP caucus presents Damagum's replacement on October 24. Tinubu government borrowed 6.4 billion naira from World Bank. Senate faults governor's fresh move on local government allocation. Tinubu government, I take it again, borrowed $6.45 billion from World Bank. Well, let's move away from that story to the one that has resurfaced again, very sadly. You know, like you mentioned, transportation cost has increased, and that's because, yes, in fact, there was this very, how would I call it now? There was this breakdown that they gave. It says, with the latest price adjustment, it means that in less than 17 months of the current administration, the price of petrol has risen by over 430% from May 29, when he took over the reins of power. It says presently in Lagos, I think in Lagos it's still even better than that of Abuja. In Abuja it is 1,030 naira from 897 naira. In Lagos it is still around 900 from 868, and we're back again. Please, what's the way forward at this point? What's the way forward?
I'm trying to understand our president. He said something that he's trying to do all of these things for the next generation. But in as much as we're planning for the future, let's also have some short-term goals. It looks as if we don't have any short-term goals. You're just inflating this, inflating that. Obviously, the inflation in fuel price will affect or cut across all sectors. You mentioned something this morning that the amount that brings you to work has now doubled. And this is not the first time it's doubling. This is like the third time it's doubling, which means our salary is no longer worth it. Which means the price of, I was speaking with my mentor last night, he's in Germany, and he was saying, oh, Germany is actually very boring. Nigeria is the best place to be in terms of relationship and laws and all of that. Yes, I know. But in a situation whereby a 20,000 naira a month, they cannot feed a single mouse. Not to talk of feeding a family of 3 or a family of 4. Not to talk of school fee, clothing. Okay, let's say clothing is even luxury. School fee, basic things. So it's scary. It looks as if one day we'll just wake up and everybody will just protest, because at that point, we'd have no choice. In a month, I calculate about 30,000 naira to bring me to work. But right now, I think like about a week ago, it was already entering 40K. But right now, it's already entering like 50K. How do you want me to survive?
Salary, bro.
What is suffering is my savings. My savings keep going down every month. Is this how I intend to build
even
that
saving.
castle?
As it is, anything I save is saving my life right now. In fact, I will save today and to save my life the next day. So I don't know. I think you are earning more than me. Let's talk about this thing. So I don't know. This whole fuel thing has become a huge pain, even for people who are not even commuting anywhere. For remote workers, you see that they also need fuel to maybe work efficiently. And you see that they are buying petrol. As of last night, I still bought petrol for 1,100. So even the filling stations that are selling about 900, 950,
had to increase as well.
They had to increase as well. And now they're now selling more to people who are selling black market. So at black markets, they're begging for 1,300.
Me, I'm just shocked why it looks like at some point it's like there's a breakthrough somewhere. You know, with the whole refinery thing, everybody was like super positive that something good is coming
like
out.
it's only you
How
that
come
is
we just go up here like this and then something brings us down? But
we got to the climax.
But you know, like I always say, like God's beauty will always stunt me for. We have got to be what? Hopeful. Let's see what the Guardian.
All right. Sliding
You see how
straight.
quiet I
I
am?
know, that's why I said it, that God's beauty always
Okay.
stunts me for that, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Sliding straight into the page of the Guardian newspaper, the major headline reads World Mental Health Day. Frustration, hardship sink more Nigerians into depression. And there's description says, health facilities see 200% rise in mental cases. Then we are seeing life expectancy 56, multidimensional poor 63%, among others. This is so sad. Now, person with chop belly food will think of mental health. It's when you have just basic things
because
to
you're not able
yourself.
to shop, that's why your mental health too.
That's why you are prone to anger. That's why when your boss says one thing, you
right
blow
now.
up. The next headline reads, Army detains general over theft of palliative rights, military equipment. Right under it, PDP NWC split over internal crisis. Emefiele violated Naira redesign procedure, ex-CBN chief testifies. More pains for Nigerians as PMS hits 1,000 naira per litre, threatens survivor. The last but one is from Ondo State, the Sunshine State, as Aye Datiwa sacks aid over alleged 30 million bribe, others probe. The last one is confusion as Senate insists on full local government autonomy. For details of any of the story that piqued your interest, kindly go straight to the page of the Guardian newspaper.
All right, let's fly. Daily Trusts.
Taking you to the Daily Trust, I think all the news all have similar. So I'm just going to pick the one that gets me talking. It says woman and 4 grandchildren die after taking PAP.
Oh my.
Wow.
I don't know how to
What?
feel about that. Although the details of the story is not so clear to me, but it just strikes my attention to say they die after taking PAP. What kind of PAP?
Maybe they ate food
Maybe
poisoning.
something was poisoned.
Yes,
What
yeah.
location? Did they put the location
I'm very
there?
scared.
In
No.
Lagos, in the north.
I'm very scared because a lot of food poisoning has been happening. That's one issue that has been happening low-key that we're not actually talking about. Either roadside food, even the quality of the tomatoes and everything that you're buying is so tampered with that when you get home and you think you have cooked for hygiene's sake, you still get food poisoning from it.
About that roadside food, people need to be careful. I went somewhere, I was following somebody, I was talking to her on the road, and then she wanted to get food. I stopped to see where she was going to get this food. Oh my. It was
Some people don't see the
disastrous.
environment.
Oh, let
The
me
woman
quickly share a story.
long cloth was touching the stew that she was going to use
my
to sell. And I
God.
told her that, are you not seeing this?
You have not seen the cases
I used
of...
to go to buy from here.
I mean, I
And then
remember
they use
when
the
I
same
had
hand
food
to put
poisoning.
right.
There was a time I had food poisoning a while ago. Then I treated typhoid a couple times. I mean, most of the sickness I've had, there's always been typhoid. So the food poisoning was, I love to eat a Kobe. I mean, I used to enjoy my Friday night at home because I don't like going outside. So we'll buy a Kobe, we'll buy pepper
Nkwobi,
soup.
say Nkwobi.
Nkwobi. We'll buy pepper soup and we'll buy like any bottle of drink and then take at home. So as usual that Friday we got it, and when I got home, I ate mine, my friend had hers, and in the middle of the night I was purging and I was vomiting the same time. I mean the same time.
be so
And before I could say, she was giving me all these home remedies. Oh, try Gary and salt, try ginger, but it kept on making me. I mean, I was rushed to the hospital in the middle of the night. They had to purge my system. I said I had food poisoning. Ever since
We've all had
then,
that experience, honestly. Except God's beauty, because she doesn't even
No,
eat.
that's no, it's not. It's not that.
Okay.
See, the thing is, I have an issue with having to get food outside. Let me be very, very honest.
Very good
There was one time where I remember working in the factory, right? And I mean, this is a factory, so I'm expecting that whoever that is preparing the food knows what he or she's doing. So I went there, and I think the first 2-3 times that I was supposed to get food there, I ended up buying snacks, like probably egg roll or something, than buying the food. But that day, I really don't know what went wrong, and I decided to go and buy food, right? I get food, and guess what? For 2-3 days, I was vomiting. And most of the people I was working with then were elderly people. So there was this,
Thinking,
oh, are you
is she
pregnant? Like somebody literally looked at me and asked me, babe, are you pregnant? I'm not even joking. I mean, I think it's from that day I actually became more serious when I said I'm not buying food outside. Because I just cannot shout, to be honest. So I don't react to things, but there are some things that might be normal to every other person. It becomes abnormal to me. Do you get?
like
So,
pure water. I don't want to take pure water.
I don't want to.
Please be safe out there. Let's see you
I
on the
don't
New
want.
York Times.
All right, let's quickly go over to the New York Times newspaper. By the right side of the newspaper, we have anti-trans ads become focus for the Grand Old Party, that's GOP, painting Democrats as being out of touch. Next to that, new poll give Harris an edge against Trump. First lead since July. Voters are more likely to see her as a break in status quo. By the left side of the newspaper, can Israel dent nuclear assets buried in Iran? Next to that, battered by Helene and now bracing for Milton, bottom right of the newspaper. He got millions in gifts, and United Nations got a song about the ocean. So the last headline on the newspaper says, study of lifespan suggests human may be at their peak. So the headline I want to quickly touch on is anti-trans had become focus for the GOP, that's Grand Old Party, painting Democrats as being out of touch. Donald Trump and the Republican Party have generally taken positions against policies that support transgender rights, particularly in certain areas like sports, healthcare, and education. Republicans, including Trump, have opposed allowing transgender, that's who were assigned male at birth, right, to compete in women's sports. They argue this creates an unfair advantage and harm female athletes. And I kind of agree with this one. I think this is the first time I'll be agreeing with Trump on this one, to be honest, right? Because you look at people that are actually born men. So as they grow, and I mean, they feel like, okay, I'm not supposed to be a man in normally. I feel like I'm supposed to be, you know, be a woman and all of that, right? And now, because you're now seeing yourself as a woman, you want to start competing with other women in sports and all of that. I beg to differ, because I mean, I feel like the capacity a man, I mean, you're a man. Forget the whole you want to be seen or you want to be called.
With the person said. The person wrote it like 5 times. Trans women are biological women. Trans women are biological women. The person now replied that my Toyota is a Lambo. My Toyota is a Lambo.
I mean, that's exactly what you're saying.
I was like, that was the best reply.
Answer. God bless you.
That was the best reply.
Because, I mean, these people are men, right? And we already agree that what a man can do, they are quite different from what women can do. Do you get what I'm saying? So their strength capability is quite different. So saying that a man that now decides that he wants to be identified as a woman should start competing with other women, I consider that
they should just create another category. The same way they trans, they came from another gender. Female category different, male category different, transgender, trans female, trans male. So there will be no conflict of gender.
Very interesting. That's all we can take for the headline stories. All right, we'll take a short break now. When we return, we're going straight to our special edition for today. Today's program is a special edition to celebrate World's Best Friend Day. So please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back shortly. All right, thank you for staying with us. So you're tuned to a very special edition of our show today. October 10th is the World's Best Friend Day, and it's a day to honor those special people who work with us through thick and thin, and the ones who pick us up when we're down and celebrate our wins like it's their own. So we're talking about real friendship, the bonds that stand the test of time, challenges, and change. But what really makes a friendship real? Is it shared memories, mutual trust, or the ability to be vulnerable with each other? Today, we're diving deep into what makes friendship so powerful and how to nurture those relationships. We've got some incredible stories lined up, and as always, my favorite co-hosts are here to give better insight to this topic. So, guys, I've been so pumped up, acting like I'm the one that have the most best friends in the world. But let me give a disclaimer before we launch into our conversation. You see that word best friend? I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yes. Because it has been massacred. It has been abused.
I do not like that phrase, that term, best friend. And the reason is very personal.
Tell me.
Because I don't think I've ever been one to someone. My God.
Yeah, I'm not serious.
I
You know, my 2 years actually stand, and I was literally wanting to hear
But
something.
that's just the truth. Okay, let me give you this instance. My friends are probably going to be watching this. But you know, when you have a group of people and you're 6 friends, 5 friends, it's a very normal friendship dynamics, especially amongst ladies and girls. But even in that 5 friends caucus, there's always the 2 who tilt more to each other, the 3
the
who
rest.
tilt more to each other. Every time I found myself in circles like that from secondary school, I can list favorite myself doing. They always have their 2s. I never seem to fit into any of this. But you will still classify me as, oh, she's still our friend, we're together, we'll bond together, we'll do things together. But it seems as though they still selected their own. Now, I'm not trying to be vindictive or anything. I'm just sharing my own personal experience. So that's why sometimes the word best friend, I just let it pass. Okay, at least I'm a friend. That's a tag I can still go with. All right, so let's start the discussion from this. I know you have your own experiences to share, and this is a very open conversation. We're celebrating World's Best Friend Day. Today is not just the only day that we're celebrating friendship. I think June 8th, we had to celebrate friendship as well. Today is for best friends. All right. National best friends. Okay. What does friendship actually mean? Because that's what the topic is about. What does true friendship mean? I think the word friendship is a phrase that has different definition to different people. People see friendship as, or they see a friend as somebody that they share mutual values with. Some see friends as those ones that will come true for them when there's a problem. Some just see them as people to vibe with. So it looks like, I think everybody on this table said, we have different views, version, definitions to what we call a friend. And I'm very curious. I want to know your different views about what friendship actually means.
First,
and start by telling us if you have a best friend so that you can give a shout out to
them. Do I have
them.
a best friend? No. Although I used to have a friend, but she had a best friend. So, every friendship of 3.
Yeah.
So I wasn't cool in that
That's
relationship.
Why I don't like it.
You have your own best friend. You're getting details from your own best friend. I am giving you tea of my life. So I feel like I'm giving you tea and you're giving your own best friend. So I didn't like that. Is it threesome? Yeah, I really did not like it. So best friends are friendship that happen unconsciously. You guys met unconsciously. You guys built the friendship unconsciously. Friendship that you plan to build, they oftentimes do not work out. Can we build friends? Can we be friends? Can we build best friend? Best friendship, I mean to use that word, it doesn't work out at times. Most times. So friends are people that, or 1 or 2 persons that you meet unconsciously, you build that good bond unconsciously, and before you know it, oh wow, this is actually my ride or die, this is actually my best friend. But you never know all through the process. So now my own definition of true best friend is that person that just, like I always say, I love to enter the Nollywood industry unconscious. Let me just enter. I didn't plan to enter. So my definition of best friend is that person that would just meet like a normal person, and before I can say Jack Robinson, we're all over the space. So true friendship for me is that person that is everything to you. You might not know this person everything to you. Like in relationships, okay, let's date. You and you, but you're intentional about building something. But in friendship, you're not intentional. You don't even know till you guys, we actually a thing. I'm not intentional about telling you stuff. You're not intentional about telling me stuff, and then we are not growing together. This to look out for when trying to build a friend or friendship, consciously or unconsciously. Does this person truly care about me? Some people care about you based off of what they are getting from you. Or if you go to Mira's place, don't worry. Stay weekend, she go give you chicken, turkey every day.
Do you do that? Is that the cue to tell us
That's not the cue. So if you are intentional, okay, no matter what I'm getting from this person, regardless of whatever this person has to offer, I will be with this person. You notice love when you know love when you get it. You just feel, okay, this person actually really do care about me. So that's one of those qualities to look out for while trying to build or looking out for in a friend. The next I would also say is someone that is selfless and someone that does not get jealous. Jealousy is very normal. Very, very normal. But when it now starts to move from stage 1 to stage 2, it's leading to witchcraft. Exactly. It's not moving to witchcraft. So when your friend tells, I just got a new generator, and you're happy, and you're not saying, what if that generator money? What if you are used to buy system? You start to
kill
feel
joys.
somehow.
There are people that kill joys,
literally. My best friend, or this is my former friend, and we had that issue. So this time she's coming to my space, and I don't tell her before I buy things. She'll just come and just, okay, you've gotten a big generator, even got system. Oh, wow. But why didn't you buy AC first? That will just kill the joy. But why didn't you buy? You wanted to change your TV to a smart TV. Why didn't you change it first? So your fridge is small. Why didn't you? And to me, I feel like, oh, I didn't like this vibe. And then she's always like, look at your face. You need to start skincare journey. You need acne removal. You need.
But is that not care? Was she not caring for you?
For me, maybe the way she was saying it was giving me low self-esteem because I feel like everything I wear or do around her is not up to her standard. I was not cool with it. She also felt the same way that I was always acting like I have my life figured out together. My hair is longer than her hair. And I'm like, okay, those are silly things. I didn't create my hair to be longer than your hair. My hair is longer than her hair. I have a career that's put together. I've always worked. I've always had money. But that's what I portray. You don't know if I really actually always have money. Right? So things like that I want to look out for. Does this person truly care about you? I think for me, that's the definition of friendship.
All right, let's move to Okiki.
Oh, I'm going to use this moment, this wonderful moment.
Oh, she
to
has a
say
best friend.
Hello to my best friends.
Best friends.
In the world.
Shout out to Mary. It's been 10 years of friendship.
Oh,
wow.
that's so sweet.
Shout out to Amara. It's been 8 years of friendship.
Wow.
Hi, Amara.
Shout out to the Okiki Foundation. It's been 7 years of friendship.
Oh.
Shout out to my mommy, my daddy, my friends, and my work besties. Like all of you, you people cannot escape this.
You have a very
issues.
big heart.
I have
A
such
very
a
big
large
heart.
heart that if you come tomorrow, I will take you as my best friend. It does not matter. Yes, because I know that I will give you so much love that whatever thing that you have
Why
cooked
do I
up
feel
in
like
your
everything
system,
that she's saying is political?
it's not for
It's giving campaign vibes.
It's not
He's a
campaign.
politician. What do you
No,
expect?
do you know that my mom keeps telling me that every single time I have a failed friendship, I always bounce back to look for more. Like
wow.
it's not
like that.
it's not just because, oh yes, you did something to me, so therefore I
should
will not
close
share
the door
love.
on
I will close
friendship.
the door.
Very
I
sorry.
feel like whatever it is that you have done to me is a reflection of who you are.
I
I mean,
snail.
everything that you have
Sure.
explained to about this
Friends.
other
It's how
person,
she is,
it's just
actually.
how she is.
Yeah.
So when I get home and I know that, oh, this person should have done this to me, this person should have, told on me or all of that stuff, I'm like, okay, fine. This person is just the way this person is. I can tell you that there's been a very crazy story where I've been in a relationship and the so-called bestie
Bestie.
went ahead to do the illicit things and the illegal things with this person, claiming to be my best friend and trying to, test the person for me to know if the person truly loves me. You can see how crazy that is.
Interesting.
But then I've also met people. That's why I can say thank you to Mary for 10 years of friendship. We met in school, and ever since then, she has been everything and more to me. And then before I met her, it was a lot of heartache from friends. So meeting her, I could have shut that door and be like, okay, I don't care about what happens. I don't want to have anything with females and all of that stuff again. But she came and she was true and true. So Mary, shout out to you. I love you. Die.
Interesting.
All right,
So
good
my
meeting.
definition of friendship will always be that be a friend to yourself so that whoever also comes into your life
That's
can
so deep.
consider you
Yeah.
a friend. So that's my
It's
my
self-love,
takeaway.
basically.
I like it. I mean, for me, I'm a snail. If one break my heart like this, before I will come out again to accept another, it will take
You only
decades.
All the
snail.
time.
My own soldier, I don't look him, I don't look
Oh, yeah,
him.
tell
The
that
gate
to-
is
oh, you
closed.
want
I'm
to-
sorry. But I mean, when it comes to friendship, I think it's just you being, like she said, I mean, if you've loved yourself enough, when you have self-love enough, you'll be able to now pass it on to the other person. So it's just you basically being in a relationship with someone selflessly.
Yeah.
You're not compromising. Right? You just know that, okay, you guys have similar values, you want to be in this, and you guys are committed to it. Shout out to God, because I really don't.
Okay.
To be honest, yeah, because he's a very special, he's been like the best of the best thing that's ever happened
Yes.
to me, having known him, do you understand? Like, to be honest. So, yeah, shout out to him. And I think it's just you basically just loving yourself. That's the only way you'll be able to,
Just give me an opportunity to
every
shout
other
out
thing.
to
I be like
someone.
some
You
of
are
us
not
go
sleep
shout
on
out.
the
Okay,
stereo.
please go ahead.
Okay, they're at least in a space of friend. I think I will shout out to Tani Toloa. I mean,
All
we've been
right.
friends since secondary school, went to same secondary school, went to same uni. I disliked her before, but now she's my very good friend. Shout out to Toloa, shout out to Omar. Omomi. They all have relationship with First Bank, but then shout out to this one, they're like my ride or die.
All right. I also want to do my own shout out too. So shout out to I have a lot of friends, to Fumi, to Bisola, to Ayobami,
Fisher,
to
someone that they see
Femi,
this- I don't know,
to
no one that they see this
Christiana, to Henrietta, to Peace, Light, Joanna, Shubomi, Princess. Oh my God, I have a lot of friends.
I was part of my wedding
You
show
should be selling
before, and
market.
I'm like, how will I look for friends? I'll just throw it to
Yours
one
is
group chat and
better.
say, okay, don't worry, I'll share it for free.
Yeah, I
Then
have a
people
lot of
will
friends.
come.
But you know, our conversation today is world best friend day. So it's not just friendship. It's now that very, very close, that
Yeah.
tight corner that you call my very own. But I want us to discuss, this one that is going to be very practical right now. Friendship evolve. Friendship changes. Taking a bit of the things that you have said, I've noticed something. You mentioned that you've had friends that have stayed with you through thick and
10
thin.
years,
10
8
years, that's a
years.
very long time.
That's a
If you
decade.
had a child
Wow.
then, the child is 10 years old now.
mean-
That's a very long time. Then you mentioned that you had some friends that you didn't like what they were projecting. I think if you had the conversation with the type that doesn't, where it's like, oh, once I notice one small red flag, I'm off. Once I notice one hint of jealousy, I'm off. You know, sometimes we think jealousy is always a bad emotion. I told you people the other
is
time,
not.
jealousy
It is
is a pointer to our defect, is a
Yeah.
pointer to what we want to become. So if my friend is constantly always jealous of me, instead of me feeling what's the word, insecure or attacked, I could probably ask and wonder, what's that thing that you really want to achieve that you're not able to achieve? How can I even help you get to that goal?
Yeah.
So are we? All right, I'm sounding like a preacher right now.
No, again, that actually make a lot of sense.
So at what point do we really let go? I want you to even share experiences with me when you just finally decide that, no, I've gotten it up to here. There is no change in here. There is nothing that can help me, make this friendship get better. Do you understand? Let's
Let me
of course,
quickly say my own story.
you know what? If I let you say your story, we're not going to take the short break. So I want you to hold your thoughts. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with Kiki's story. Stay with us. We'll be right back shortly. Welcome back and thank you for joining us on this special Thursday edition where we talk about best friends, true friendship, and what it really means. It has been a very heartfelt conversation here because it's not the scripted kind of conversation. It's conversation of real life experiences, understanding what friendship is across board. So, Okiki, we're going to share a story with us.
Yes, this
Hope
friend
you have not
of mine.
forgotten.
No, I have not forgotten
All right.
because it's a quite emotional story. And to know that I cut off from the person sort of still haunts me, like
Till now.
So this person happened to move to Lagos, didn't know anybody, wanted to start a school that was just on our street, failed at raising school fees for that school, and then she was looking for an apartment, and then we offered her a place in the house. I was still in school then, so I came back and I met this wonderful person. She was way younger than I was, so I was like, oh, this is such a cute girl. Oh, I would like to get close to you. We started talking and she told me so much about her story. And I felt very moved to draw her close. As at that time, I was running campaigns and so many things. So I felt like, okay, I would, take her along with me, allow her meet people that could also help her. I would just tell her story. Fast forward to the times when we now started going out together and doing so many things. I found out that most of the contacts that I allowed her, I sort of made her my PA. So it means that every meeting, every friend, whoever that I've met, I put her in front so that they can meet her first before they meet me. I didn't know that she started texting these people and started telling them stuff about me. And then started telling them that, oh, I'm not a good person to be with. And it was as bad as I wanted to travel to Ghana as at that time. And I gave her money to do her passport so that I can take her with me. My mom kept on shouting, you don't know this girl from anywhere. Why are you doing all of this? Why are you taking her to, you know, private meetings and all of that stuff? I drew the line when I saw that there was nothing for me there. I didn't need anything from her. What I wanted was her self-growth. And when I saw that she was drawing back on that, it's like I'm not needed in that space. Because I don't think I should be doing anything with you, knowing fully well that you have told me a lot of your story. And then I see that there's something that can be done. And then you refuse to let, you know, goodness happen to you. I just feel like, no, I don't want to be the bringer of bad news. I just want to be there to help you. So there was a lot of sabotaging. There was a lot of even self-sabotage for her, because till date, I still reach out to certain people that I know that know about her, and they're like, she's still there. It has now led into prostitution.
Oh, wow.
So you can see that that's why I'm still feeling bad. That should I call her back? Should I try and help her? Should I I've expressed myself, but there's still that, I know I'm sorry for whatever it is that I did to you, but I'm not going to change. Do you understand
Like what
that?
people say, I've forgiven you, or
Yeah.
I've forgiven ourselves, but we can't get back to how we were.
Exactly. So that's what made me say, you know what?
You know what? We have a message on
so-
our YouTube, so I'm going to read it out from Okoro Jonah. It says, friendship involves sacrifice, vulnerability, and acceptance. Many people make mistakes in friendship for mere acquaintances. Knowing someone doesn't necessarily mean you are friends. In essence, true friends are there for you even more than family. So please, let's answer that question again. When is it time to let go? When is it time to just say, this can't work out anymore? Also, understanding the fact that you're saying this, you're a human as well. Do you understand? So then we are considering the part of empathy, we're not considering true life, like real reality. So tell me.
Okay, this is mediation on my real life story that happened to me a year ago. Yes, I've forgiven her, though we are no longer.
Why do you feel like we
in
need a
talking
tissue
terms.
on this table?
I'm fine.
For those people that have kept friends so
I
far.
mean, I've forgiven her from the bottom of my heart. I still miss her. I still miss the bond that we share. She and I were not the same type of person, but where I cut it off was when she became manipulative. I mean, it got worse that I was recording the conversations we had, because she was always making me feel like I forget things. So I low-key felt like maybe I forget things. So if I say something or you say something to me, you're telling me that I did not say it. I'm like, I can remember vividly. So it happened to the point that I started to feel like, am I forgetting? I had to ask my sister is a doctor. Asked her, okay, do I have any history of partial dementia or something? She was like, no. Okay, this is it. Start recording your conversations. So my Android phone, related, I have a lot. Our calls, WhatsApp, I have
It's not
a
even an
lot.
ethical thing
It
to
wasn't
do,
ethical
but at
for me
this
to do.
point,
So, okay, yeah, she was still my good friend. I was still dealing with that. But where I had to cut stuff was where she started being very toxic with me. I think we went to physical fight a couple times.
physical.
Yeah, physical. When we finally broke out everything, she stole my passport just to punish me. I went to court, swear affidavit. I went to police station. Then she told me, I saw it behind the wardrobe. My passport behind the wardrobe. Really? She called my parents. She called my mom. Like, I mean, one person I don't joke with in the world is my mom, and she has never spoken with my mom. But everybody around me knows I speak with my mom every day. She called my mom that I'm fighting over a man in Lagos. You can imagine calling your mom, someone calling your mom where she is, as old as I am, telling her that I'm fighting over a man in Lagos. My mom was so angry that I heard something, fighting over a man at this age of your life. Like, you've never done it all through when you were in uni days. Nobody ever called me that you're fighting, not talk of fight over a man. So it became a family issue back at home as well. And, you know, fast forward. I'm so happy I met you, but I'm so happy I left you as well. You're the worst person in my life.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful paradox there. So happy I met you and left you.
Yeah.
That's beauty. You have a story for us.
Story. Okay.
Tell us
What
now.
I would say
Open
is
up. This
to-
is group therapy. No group
Auntie,
therapy.
I
We
don't
listen,
listen in the
we
first
don't
place,
judge.
so tell me what story to tell you. But what I would say is this. First off, if we have what we call self-love, healthy self-esteem, you know when to draw the curtains, right? So there are things that people do that because of your friend to them, you intend to neglect it. There's this thing, there's this thing somebody told me one time when he was talking about how he ended things with this girl, and I mean, there's something she said that made him realize that, oh, okay, he has been the one just investing in the relationship. And do you know what he now told me was? The truth is, before they even started dating in the first place, she told him these things, right? But he was just thinking, that cruise with the cat, you get, we are just playing. And I feel like that's something that people, take for granted a lot, right? That's why, I mean, you remember having this discussion with me yesterday, all the things you said yesterday. The truth is, by default, because I don't want people in my space, right? I intend to keep people very far. So even today, we can be laughing. The thing is, I make you feel comfortable, right? I make you feel comfortable in my space, but at the same time, I show you your boundary. Like, if you know they say I'm going to show you. Say, block there. There's concrete and all. So I feel like that's something, and I intend working on it, right? But what I'm saying is, to answer your question, where to draw the line is when you see that there are certain things that you cannot take, right? Don't put it that, because of we are friends. Don't compromise anything. Once you see a particular thing that you know on the norms, you will not take it. Not because of this person is friend, you will not keep it. The least you can do is communicate with the person, right? That's why we have communication. There's room for communication. But in instances where the person is not listening, you give your story. See, the truth is, I don't buy the idea of helping people that have not come to help you. Let me be very frank with you. I was speaking to someone during Gossip Gala period, and I was telling this the guest I had that time. I said I will not help anybody that is not ready to be helped. If you need help, you would look for it. That's the truth. Like, we are humans, we know these things. If you find person who go do clothes for you, you don't need me to come ask you, say, oh, Kiki, you need clothes. You will go and look for it, right? So that's how it is. You don't see somebody and because of the story the person has tell you, you now have this. I understand the whole pity thing. Don't worry, I'm as emotional as you are too, right? But because of I don't want to fall victim of. We start feeling entitled and all. Oh, the fact that she was the one that asked me about my story, the fact that she felt pity for me, I'm very sure she'll want to help me out. The person will not feel relaxed. The person feel like, oh, don't worry. And when you now also give people that room that, oh, don't worry, I cannot do anything without you, that one today. So that's why it's very important that in as much as you're friends with somebody, also set boundaries, right? Oh, I like this thing you're doing, but trust me, this thing affects me. This is how I think it should be like.
I'm so sorry. I'd like to ask a follow-up question. I said, Oluchi, gossip, don't you think you're being too uptight? Yes, we cannot do this life alone. And there are times that we need a very close person. There are some things we can say to people. Can you ladies disappear?
When you say best
I'm
things,
listening.
every morning when I come to the office, if I do my hand like this, you don't understand me, there's a problem.
There's a road block there.
There's a road. I want to quickly say something.
Wait, sorry.
She was going to say something.
You can be in a relationship with someone, and honestly, it's not advisable to tell them everything. Relationship, romantic relationship. It's supposed to build friendship in that romantic relationship.
But they are telling us also that you should build vulnerability. And being vulnerable means sometimes you can be a bit loose-mouthed.
That's the problem.
I want to say that's
why
I
are
want
you
to
being
say something.
loose-mouthed?
Do you
You
want
are
to be
scared.
vulnerable?
No.
Vulnerable means you are letting your guard down.
Down.
See, I think maybe we have teach the word vulnerable.
I want to believe that for every time you want to be vulnerable with the English that you are speaking so far,
That's the English they taught
there
us
should
in
be
school.
there should be boundaries to it.
You don't
should
even know you're
no,
going to.
No, see,
you are
you need to.
weakest form of
I,
mind.
this is. I will not say that you need to go study psychology, right? Things will happen. Do you understand? Life will happen. People would treat you bad. People will be stupid. It is normal. But what I'm saying is, ensure that for every time, before you even speak to this person that you are speaking to, you've studied this person. Right? Only you one will come and cry that, oh, you saw these things. It's not like you didn't see them.
Yeah.
For every character that somebody tried to portray that you start having issues with, this person has portrayed it before.
They've given you signs.
They've given you signs. Come
I
on.
totally agree with you.
You're going to say something, Kiki.
I think there was one time I posted on my status that a lot of people define friendship by how thick and thin they have gone through, and they don't always measure how many successes that they have had.
Yes.
And then sometimes when you say that, when you qualify a friend by how they have stayed with you in your bad, sometimes that friend, the only reason why they are there is to make sure you stay there, you stay down. Like I had to tell. Somebody said something on their own status, and I had to reply by saying that you qualify real friends by how long they have stayed with you in hardship. But that friend might just be there to make sure that
You're
you
still
stay
in that
there. You're still in that, I understand what you're going
Wow.
through. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. And then there's solution at the tip of their fingers.
they are not
There's
providing
motivational
it.
words, there's resources, there's anything. But they know that they need you. That's where the toxicity can come in. They know that they need you to stay there. But will you consider that person as friend?
As friend.
When somebody else comes and tells you that this person that is staying here with you at this stage of your life does not like you, would you be able to tell that person that, oh, yes, I can see that? Or you say that, no, do you know how this person has been with me? We have drank Gary together, days that we have slept without food. Meanwhile, that person must have gone out in the morning and eaten
Fried rice
better
and turkey.
jollof rice. Do you get
With
Nigerian
turkey.
jollof
That's
rice?
another I've not heard this before, and my eyes are like wide
Are you
open.
being serious?
No, I probably have heard it, but it's sounding somehow right now. So you know what I'm going to say about the question I asked? I feel like I'm tilting towards what you said. Before you make friends, because we're in a world where everybody feels like just having that cliche best friends is the best thing to happen to you.
Let me quickly add this for this thing that you just said now. I remember having a conversation with somebody, and this person said, the truth is, the reason why one person is with another person is because of what you stand to gain. Take it or leave it, but like that's human nature.
That's the
Yes.
truth.
That's human nature. So the faster you understand that, oh, this person is here because of what they are to gain. You are with this person because of what you have to gain. You just better. The better you understand that, the better for you as well. Because I mean, even though some people like to live in Dululu, which is okay, right? I actually remember having a conversation with someone else. I was like, nah, that the person is literally just there because they want to.
Yeah.
How can you be wanting to when you're not saying something there? Something has to be keeping you in that relationship. Do you get? So
It's
it's
not
just a
necessarily
normal thing.
materialistic.
It
I
doesn't
think
have
you
to be
should point that,
materialistic.
yes.
It doesn't have to be materialistic. But the fact that you are there for something, just understand it that you are there for something.
All right, you have said many things. I'm about to lose my train of thought, but I'll go back to what I wanted to say. Before you make friends, friendship is not just something we just wear on ourselves. Like, you're just my friend, you're my friend. That's why I have friends around me that don't use the word friend loosely. Like you said, oh, she's my colleague,
Nah.
an acquaintance, a
Someone I
friend.
know.
Do you understand? So we shouldn't use
My
that word
neighbor.
loosely, because friendship is actually hard work. It's one of the hardest work ever. I saw a quote that I am holding on to so strongly. It says, friendship is hard, but loneliness is harder.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm waiting you talk yesterday.
I'm saying it again because it keeps making sense
I don't know if
every time. Friendship is hard work. Friendship involves compromise. So when you were mentioning that there are some things you should not compromise, honestly, friendship is about compromise. It means that there are some times you will let your guard down because you want to make friendship work. So that means there's a default we should have when getting into friendship, is that this one is going to work. I'm getting into this friendship. Friendship is like a risk as well.
Yes.
Because you do not know what you're going to meet.
Everything is
You
risk,
mentioned that
my
some
love.
people's character, right? They would have given you hint of it before. But let me tell you something, that some new characters resurface with different trajectories of people's life and different experiences or grief or things that they've had to deal with. Sometimes people...
That's why I talked about communication.
Okay, communication is key, but I'm just
That's
letting you
why
know
you
the
talk- that's why you
different
communicate with
dynamics
them.
to these things.
You know that there can be a case where even your best friend has issues with communicating clearly, and I think that's the point where you as a best friend can also, maybe that's where you are, that's
Everybody
your strong
actually
point.
has an issue with communicating.
Communication. No, some people have it better than others. There's a way I'm going to put a situation that is not going to look like it's so volatile, and then you'll be calm about it. If something happens to my best friend Mary, the whole world is going to crash. The heaven must come down. But then when she now speaks to me, I have to tell her that, you know what, you'll be fine. This, and this. And she's like, oh, that's true. This thing is not that deep like that. And then she calms down. But then she has overthought everything, and then she's already feeling like the world is not perfect anymore and all of that stuff. Then if we put Amara is the kind of person that will just say, oh, it is over. Everything is ended. And even when the thing doesn't directly affect her, but she can take up your fight. Like, she will fight for you, but when it has to do with her, she's like, it's over. I can't do it anymore. I've given up. So it takes that other person to also, just like when we were talking about work, when I come and I shouldn't speak this language because I know that you might feel uncomfortable with it. It also applies to friendship, that I know that the best way to speak to this person is calmly, even when the person is messing up about something. And the best way I can communicate with the person is calmly. So
like they
for
say,
me,
it takes two people to actually
it
make
takes
the
two to
friendship
tango,
work.
oh.
That's
It
why when
takes
you're
two to
choosing a
tango.
friend, choose a friend that you know this person is also invested as much as I am.
I'm
to
sorry,
make this
I
work.
still don't believe
Else,
in choosing a friend. I
Choosing
believe
a
it should
friend.
happen naturally.
that thing
It's
is,
not
I don't
just
get what you
choosing.
mean.
You now
That
start to
happen
filter.
naturally.
I met you, we're just there. Then we unconsciously start to build friendship. But we are not coming together. It's okay. We want to.
I don't
build
think
friendship.
anybody chooses
Unconsciously.
friendship.
Yeah, I don't think we should be using the word choosing friend. It
No,
happens
I think
unconsciously.
choosing
choose
friend
friends.
is better.
No, I don't
Okay,
think it's
look
better.
at all the friends.
I will
that
choose you
did not-
because you have things to offer me.
Wait.
it not it?
Allow me to
God's beauty, I
download
choose
this
you.
first.
Just need you to
I don't
know.
think you should choose friends.
Choosing friend means
Wait.
that you have made, what's it called? You've made criteria for your choices. You know, we've said
That's
that
relationship.
Is it not the
No,
same
it's
thing?
also the
Friendship and
same.
relationship
Friendship
is
and
the same
relationship.
thing.
Wait first.
Well, there are different kinds of friendship. Probably when we were in secondary school and primary school, maybe a bit of university, you didn't choose. Things just happen to you. The person that you spoke to at registration center, you become friends. But have you noticed that sometimes when you look at this person, there's some things that really do not align, no? So we cannot be friends. At that point, you have chosen not to be that person's friends. There are some other people as well. Probably one kind of work experience will make you come together and you realize that, I think we can work
Or
together.
even in
You
secondary
now choose.
school, you were just there, and then after
And
you
look at
just met
secondary
in
school friendship. How
university.
many of them are today?
Today,
There are a lot of my
yes.
secondary school friends that I see their status, and I'm wondering that in secondary school where Tom and Jerry.
You still won't have their number.
Why won't I have it? So I can be reminded of how much we have grown.
Let me take this comment on our
Oh my
YouTube page.
God.
The comment says, in essence,
Hey.
true friends are there for you even more than family. I mean, at times I feel like we should compare family and friends. Some families are just family by name. Yes, you don't owe your sibling. Okay, don't let me say it wrongly. You owe your siblings a lot. But if your sibling is doing things to you that you don't like,
Yes.
she's just sibling by name. You can get a sibling from an outsider.
Sure.
Your blood might not necessarily be your blood. An outsider might become your blood. I mean,
Which
it's a
is
common.
normal,
I've had
actually.
it before.
It is
There was a time
normal.
I had issues with a very close person, and I don't want to use the word sibling or family now, but I've had issue with my blood sister. I'm like, no, I'm not expecting this from you. But she did it from a place of, I'm the firstborn. Okay, fine, we lost our firstborn. But I'm not the firstborn. I need to be protective of you. I know you are not an adult, but you were overdoing it. Even my mom, my dad was not doing those things to me. You were overdoing it. So at the time, I was told, okay, she might be your sibling, but it's fine if you take a break from her. Don't talk to her. It is normal. You
That
can
is
get
one
a
advice I
sibling
don't think
from
I'm gonna
someone.
take.
It does not work for you. Our realities are different. Your
Yes,
family
that's
can
true.
be your worst enemy.
I mean,
For
you've
someone
heard
like
of brother
me,
kill,
and
but
then-
if somebody can
yeah.
kill the
Your
mother,
family
who
can
are
be
you,
your
bro?
worst enemy.
Who are you?
And an
Who
outsider that you
is
just met on the streets of Ontario will just come and be that person that you wish was your blood sister.
What I
It's
would like
very
to
fine.
say is that let's be thankful for
The people we have
the
around
people
us.
that we have met, the
Yeah.
family that have been there. I intentionally thanked my mom and my dad and every other sibling that I have because
Yeah.
they might not be my friends like all through my years, but there were times where I needed that safe space and then they came
And you
through
were
for
there.
me. So I can give them that accolade that said
Yes.
thank you for being there.
Yeah.
Something could
Oh,
have
yeah,
happened
I
to me
mean-
My mom
as at that
well.
time. And then, so I'm grateful for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's it for me. That friendship is.
So, as we're about to wrap up, I want to say something about keeping your friendship. We're in a social media age, and everybody thinks the way that I can show off my best friend is on social media. I know some social media besties. We can even mention some of them here. Sometimes I look at it, it's cute and all that, but I think that sometimes it's warped in the sense that there's something that is just a bit off here. And sometimes if you're not very sensitive, you can be getting the message that they maybe did not intend to pass across to you. So there's social media and there's social media friendship. What do you have to say about that in 1 minute?
Sorry, permit me to derail. I remember this Tokemakiwa video that I saw. She said if you're in a relationship,
I saw that
avoid telling your partner about your friends.
I'm sorry,
because
but
the
I'm
reason
going
why
to
they are
tell
not
my
allowing
partner
you
about you.
not
Take
too
it or leave
much,
it.
not
Nah.
too much. The
Nah.
reason why they are not allowing you to go out with them is because of what you said to them. This girl, she does trigger that day. Oh, she follows that
And that's why
man.
there's confidentiality. I mean,
There's
every relationship
confidentiality.
has
Should we
confidentiality.
bring this?
There
I
are
know we've talked
things-
about this before.
It's true now. There
In
are things that-
relationship, we are unconsciously loose.
That's even a
Don't
I'm
tell
talking of.
anybody. It does not include my partner. Yes. But when we are being loose in that inner room,
But there's
we
a
are
flip
being-
side too, where the friend Abi, how's it called? You're not the one telling your friend about your partner.
No.
There is a flip side
Yes,
too.
now.
You know, you should not, like my mom used to say, know when to, you don't say everything out.
People do that though.
Keep some things in your stomach and forget it.
Yes.
See, to be honest, speaking to this thing,
TBH.
I've told you guys over and over time. I don't even see a reason why you're keeping certain kind of friends that you know that their character or their behavior is nothing like you, right? So you are telling your husband that the kind of friends that you are keeping are prostitutes. How do you think, even, let's forget that it's your husband, how do you think any
You say
normal person...
me, I'm
They
different,
are different.
so-
Yeah.
but all my friends are
That's the
prostitutes.
problem.
You
So,
are
I mean...
number one.
But wait,
See, rest of
we
the
have
same
to
feathers
go
do
now.
what? Come on now.
We have to
So,
go now.
Okay.
We have to go
together.
now. But I'm gonna drop this one.
To Merrick, I love you. Ayofe, I love you.
It looks like you're the one that have the most friends in this
I
world.
mean, Fisher
But
some
honestly, at
friends.
this point, we need to celebrate the people that we have in our circle that have stood up for us through thick and thin. We know that there are different dynamics to friendship, but we must be honest to ourselves. We have friends that are actually true friends. And this is how we say, Happy World
Nice.
Bestie Day.
Yes, bestie.
Till tomorrow again, catch you 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Have a great day.
So, hey.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Osayome Sale from Ways Primetime. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?